Hello, down here, and welcome to a what I'll be watching in the fall 2020 anime season. But first, let's take a look at what I've been watching in the summer 2020 anime season. Now, as you can see, I use Anime Planet. I've used Anime Planet for ever since I've been keeping a list that wasn't on like notes on my phone. This was the first place I went, and I've been using it ever since. What I've been watching for the summer of 2020, some of it is like left. So I think, let me see, two of them are technically leftovers. One of them is just an ongoing one, and the rest are quote unquote new for me. Well, new as in, well, you know what I mean. The first one up here is, of course, the leftover certain scientific organ T, the third season, and I really enjoy it. At first, I was still enjoying it, but at first I was like, okay, it's not that bad. But then it just got better and better as the story in the third season kind of progressed. Then, of course, the ongoing Black Clover. Well, let me go through the ones that I started right away. The ones that I started right away were obviously whenever Railgun came back, Fire Force season 2, obviously. Food Wars whenever it came back finally after like what is it 2 episodes, and then it went on hiatus because of you know what. Snafu, that one is definitely a immediate watch because I watched the first 2 seasons, obviously. Then it was Ray Zero, second season, of course. Well, part one of season 2, I should say. SAO, Alicization War of Underworld, part 2, obviously, because I love SAO, and I really love the Alicization arc. So I know what's gonna happen, but I just really, really love the Alicization arc, and they've been nailing it with this. Did I start? I don't remember if I started Misfit immediately or if I just ended up watching it later on. Uzaki was definitely like the main one that out of all of these, probably Uzaki and probably Uzaki, SAO, and ReZero were the main ones for me for this. I mean, of course, Fire Force as well, but that one was like, but the main reason is because I love the manga for Uzaki. I know what happens in SAO, Alicization. That's why I was really excited for it because I wanted to see how they were going to animate the ending of the Alicization arc. Zero, obviously, people have been wanting a season 2, as have I. So finally being able to have it, that is really, really good, really great. Fire Force season 2, that was like announced like whenever the first season was still going. Actually, it was announced with the first season that it was going to have a 4 core kind of thing where it was going to be two different seasons. Food Wars, that's more of a, I was just being patient with the waiting for that one, so I was fine. Snafu, okay, at first I was like, we're finally gonna get another one. I wasn't as like hyped up as a lot of other people, but as I've been watching it, I am more hyped up to see how it ends, how this ends. And with that, the next is what I kind of ended up watching later on. The first one being probably Misfit Demon Academy, if I'm remembering correctly. This one was definitely one I either started immediately or it's the first one that I ended up watching a bit later on. Because I really like the OP character Anos. He is so awesome. And the animation, and I just really love this anime. The next one, I think was it? I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was Monster Girl Doctor because I love Monster Musume. So another Monster Girl anime. And this one has kind of a not a better story, but a more consistent story than Monster Musume. It's more consistent with how it's telling a story. After that, I think I tried to get into Rent a Girlfriend, and then I fell off. And then later again, I gave it another shot, and now I'm just in love with with this anime. Despite being like a like a comedy rom com, a rom com kind of anime, like a typical kind of one. It's weirdly has a really neat twist that has some realism to it with the fact that there is an actual service in Japan that where you can rent a girlfriend, and I just really like the characters too. They're really awesome. The next one I adopted later on was Decadence. That one at first I was like, oh, it's pretty cool, but then I just like it looked pretty cool, but I was like, I end up just having like a short amount of stuff to watch to just how am I trying to say this? Try to how am I trying to say this? I get a small amount from the anime season, and then I adopt later one other ones later on. That's how I end up doing things, especially with the season. And I really, at first, by this first episode, I was like, I really liked it. Second episode, I was like, okay, maybe, and because it kind of, let's just say, I didn't understand where the story was going in the second episode. Third episode, it kind of helped me explain what was going on. And after that, I've been really enjoying it. And the final one after that was this one was actually recently I started to that recently that I was watching it. And it's Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Sign. Mainly, it's basically this season's interspecies reviewers kind of anime where it's extremely etchy and ironically involves monster girls like interspecies reviewers. And it's not really a storytelling to me. It's more of just a fun one to watch, really fun one. And I think I made a tweet about it, calling it the NTR the anime because it's a lot of that, like cheating, like or accidental cheating. It's just a really fun and hilarious anime. And of course, I have this Naruto Shippuden here because I've been watching it on and off. Recently, I've been watching it more and more because I'm just waiting for like the new episodes of all of these. And I think today it was Snafu. By the time this goes up, some of them may be over by now. But anyway, that's enough of the summer anime. Let's go to the fall over here on Live Chart. Now with this one, there's the obvious like sequels that are and leftover anime that are going to be on here. So like the main. Let me go through those first. So we have Fire Force Season 2 continuing into the fall season. So of course that's going to be on there. Machi Season 3, obviously. A lot of what I end up doing first is sequels, and then I check out some of the other ones later. So we have Machi, the Season 3. We have Irregular and Magical High School Visitor Arc, which is basically Season 2 of that of is there a shorter name for this one? I don't remember. But yeah, we have the Season 2 for this one. I think the main reason that this anime probably got a bit of quote unquote hate is because of the whole brother sister thing that happened of the two main characters. So me, I didn't care. I just enjoyed a really good story. You know what? Instead of just going through like, oh, look at the sequels first, we're just gonna go through all of them. I don't watch Haikyuu mainly because I just don't watch any sport anime at all. I've never been interested in any kind of sport anime, whether it's like an anime-fied kind of sport, where they anime-fied the sport to make it seem more interesting. I just don't watch sports in general, whether it be anime or not. The Great Pretender. Now that one might be a late adopter. I'm not watching it right now. I don't know. I think like maybe like half of it is on Netflix right now, and I might adopt it later. I don't know. Don't know if I will. Now, Noblesse. Am I saying that right? This one I am going to be watching because I looked at the like the visual for it. Really liked the art. Really liked how it looked. I looked at the. I don't think I looked at the story. I looked at one of the PVs, and I really liked what I saw. So I'm going to be checking out Noblesse. Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World. I'm pretty sure I am checking that one out too, and pretty much a similar reason for Noblesse. Except I don't think I looked at the art. I looked at just the trailer and the summary, and I liked what I saw. So I was like, okay, put that one in there. Put that one on there. Jujutsu Kaizen. Now I've heard people talking a lot about this one. It might be a late adopter for me. It might be one of like the late adopter ones where I end up watching it later on down in the fall season. Higurashi When They Cry New. That one, obviously, I really want to watch because I've watched all of the past series, the original anime series, and I'm currently playing I currently have a playthrough right now of chapter 1, the first Higurashi game, and I'm really curious of what this actually is because it doesn't because I don't know if it's like a new arc kind of thing or if it's like a reboot. Personally, I don't know whether I want it to be a reboot or not actually. I honestly don't know. But it is being done by Passione or Passion or however you want to call them. And they're the same people that did Interspecies Reviewers and Citrus, I think Citrus. And I really have high hopes for this anime because they are the ones doing it. Up next is something that no one saw coming: the Yashahime Princess Half Demon, the Inuyasha sequel. I'm just glad that it's the same studio that did the original Inuyasha as well, so I'm very happy for that. And how the art style is it cleaned up a bit, yes, but it still has that same similar art style at the same time, and I really, really am happy for that. And I'm very, very excited for that because that was the first anime that got me into anime. Inuyasha was the first anime that got me into anime, so I'm very excited for this. Golden Kamuy, third season. Now, for this one, I am watching. The reason I'm watching it is mainly because seeing the third season in the fall lineup is what got me to go and watch the first and second season. And I thoroughly enjoy it. So I really hope. I'm just really excited for that one. And I believe that is all of them for now. Now, a lot of what I'll be watching, it's a shorter list, but I may end up adopting some of the other anime as well later on down the line. But that's my current list at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and hit that bell to join this positive anime guild and leave a comment of what you're watching this fall anime season. I hope to see you next time. See ya.